最近、海外の音楽フェスティバルや SNS を見ていて、同じ名前を何度も目にすることがあります。藤井風。数年前までは日本国内で語られることの多かったアーティストですが、今では国や言語を超えて多くの人に知られる存在になりました。YouTube の登録者数は世界中のファンによって支えられ、動画のコメント欄には英語やスペイン語、ポルトガル語など様々な言葉が並んでいます。面白いのはその広がり方です。派手な宣伝や流行だけで注目を集めたわけではありません。むしろ藤井風の音楽はとても個人的で静かな場所から生まれているように感じられます。岡山で育ち、幼い頃からピアノに触れ、多くの楽曲を演奏しながら音楽を身近なものとして吸収してきました。その積み重ねが、現在の自由な演奏スタイルや自然な表現につながっています。実際にライブ映像を見ると、その特徴がよくわかります。大きなステージに立っていても、どこか部屋で演奏しているような距離感がある。技術の高さを見せようとするのではなく、曲そのものに集中しているように見えるんです。そして歌詞も興味深いところです。日本語で歌われていても、そこにあるテーマは比較的普遍的です。愛や別れ、迷い、自分との向き合い方。特定の文化を知らなくても受け取れる感情が中心にあります。だからこそ海外のリスナーも自分自身の経験を重ねながら聞くことができるのでしょう。もちろん世界には優れたシンガーや演奏家が数えきれないほどいます。でも藤井風の場合は歌唱力や演奏技術だけでは説明しきれない何かがあります。音楽を通して自分を大きく見せようとしないこと。それが逆に多くの人を引き寄せているようにも見えます。世界的人気という言葉は便利ですが、その言葉だけでは少し足りない気もします。数字の大きさより先に、人と人との距離を縮める力がある。そんなところに、多くの人が惹かれているのかもしれません。
The sound I keep thinking about is not a stadium crowd or something bigger. It is about a person who's sitting on a piano and give enough space between notes. That might seem like a strange place to begin when people talk about global popularity. Usually when an artist reaches millions of people, the conversation turns into followers, views, rankings, or ticket sale. But with the Fuji Kaze, I find myself thinking about space instead of scale. There is something unusual about the people connected with him. Many artists become international because they adapt themselves to the world. They make their music easier to export, easier to translate, easier to package. But in Kaze seems to have moved in different direction. The more visible he became, the more he appeared to remain connected to the things that made him unique in the first place. Not just musically but emotionally. And I think that's the part I find difficult to explain. We were told that success comes from understanding, but people want. Yet some of the artists who leave the deepest impression seems to do something else. They spend years understanding themselves and somehow that becomes recognizable to strangers. Maybe authenticity is an overused word. People say it often that it starts to lose meaning. But every now and then you watch a performance and get the feeling that performer is not trying to convince you for anything. They are simply present and oddly enough that can feel more powerful and any carefully planned image. What surprised me is that the effect seems to grow as the audience become larger. Normally scales create this. Millions of people are watching the same artist, yet many describe the experience in very personal terms as the music reaches them individually. I am not completely sure why that happens. Maybe it is something to do with the fact that people everywhere are becoming more connected and more isolated at the same time. Maybe a voice that feels human stands out or sharply against all the noise, or maybe the answer is much simpler than that. Maybe people recognize sincerity when they hear it, even when it arrives in a language they do not speak. I don't know if that's the whole story. It probably is not. But every time I see listeners from different countries responding to the same music in their own way, I end up wondering about the possibility again. So if you like this update, subscribe to the channel and share the video with your friends.